let's go over some basics of Moodle so you have a better understanding how to utilize it and make the most of it. So when you get to the landing page, you're going to see this as your basic screen. And what you'll see is these little blocks, and each block represents a different unit or a different topic. So first topic is questions. So if you click questions, you'll see that for each unit, this is where you're going to be posting questions for anything you don't understand is going up as it comes up. So let's say you're going over a lecture tonight, you get lost in something, you're like, you know what, I have no idea what's going on. So you can go here, you can click completely lost. If you see clarification on topic, you'd put it here. And need an example, you'd click it here, and you can see the description of what you need to do for each of these. So that's the first little block, that's the questions block. Once you get out of this, so if you want to get out, just click anywhere else on the screen. It'll take you out of that questions block. You have starter school activities, study system, resources, and this is where your unit stuff starts. Under your units, you see a checklist first. The checklist basically tells you exactly what needs to be completed for this unit in order to get full credit. So this is what you need to track yourself, and it gives you a little percentage scale, and it'll check it off as you go. So it helps you track yourself to make sure you're doing what you need to do on a timely basis. You also have the agenda. So I actually do post the agenda for the whole unit ahead of time. So for those of you who have a lot going on in your schedules, you can sit there and map it out. So you can see here I have basically the whole month broken down. I have what's going to happen that day in class, and then what your homework is, deadlines, different dates. So it's pretty useful in terms of helping you map out your week. For those that have timing issues, you can use this to kind of figure out what you need to and do it ahead of time. You don't have to wait until an assignment's due to do stuff on here. That's why I post it, so you have no surprises. So that'll be posted every unit. You have the PowerPoint itself, and when you click the PowerPoint, it takes you to Google. So you actually have a screencast of the whole PowerPoint, a shortened version of it. So it's me explaining this in a more streamlined fashion. So for those that want to partake in hearing something versus seeing it, just click it, go to YouTube. And when you get to YouTube, you're going to see the video. You could say that basically on here, you have the whole PowerPoint, and you're going to see this broken into different increments, like right here. So let's say I just want to see the history part of the lecture, I just go there. Let's say I want to go to polyatomic ions, I go here, formula writing. So instead of looking at the whole video, maybe you're just having issues with a certain topic, all you need to do is just go to that specific topic and click it. Then you'll be able to see, like, let's say I just want to see combustion. I don't really care about all this other stuff. So I go combustion, and voila. So that kind of helps figure out what you need to do ahead of time in terms of being able for you to go to a specific topic, say this whole PowerPoint. So for those of you who are like, I don't want to see the whole PowerPoint, okay, see the parts you need to. All right, so going back to our original block. So you have intro to Anki, polyatomic ion Anki. So these are our Anki decks. You can download these either in class using the computer in the back, or at home if you have a PC or Mac at home. Your concept mastery assignments are here and where you submit them. The answers will pop open once you submit the assignment. Just be aware of that. Assignments, practice answers. So this is where you submit the practice assignment. The answers to it. I'll be able to have a video description of each question by the time you open this up. So you'll be able to see specific questions, just like the YouTube video. You can go to specific questions, like I don't know how to do this one or this one. You can go exactly to that question, see a little explanation of how the question is done. So it gives you another way of kind of figuring what's going on. Once you finish that and you've turned your assignment in and you saw the video for what you need to, you do the reflection, which basically helps you to figure out what you knew and didn't know. Unit 1 assignment is basically a digital assignment that goes over some of the main topics in that unit, but it's automated, so it gives you feedback instantaneously. It tells you if you're right or wrong. Helps you kind of figure out if you're understanding something. Your assessments, your self-tests, there's one for net ionic in this first unit, one for the periodic table, and then of course the unit test itself. The unit test isn't until much later, and we'll talk about that later. But the thing I want to point out is that you need to have 3 of these self-tests done for each topic. So unit 1, you need to have 3 self-tests. Intro, 3 self-tests. And once you do that, this self-test reflection opens up, and you will answer some questions within it. And once you submit those, you'll be able to open the unit test. Unit test will not open until you are done with all the self-test reflections, so just be aware of that. You also have video tutorials from the writing, ionic formulas, solubility rules. These are videos created by me to go over specific topics. You do need to watch these because it gives you a little bit more detail about what the topic is, and hopefully it helps you understand things better. Journals, we'll come back to that later. I just want to give you the basics of what you can find on Moodle, not go into each thing too much detail. So these are for each of the 10 units here. You also have a separate block for lab techniques, review quizzes, which you'll be doing on a sporadic basis throughout the year, class quizzes that are during the fall, those that are in the spring. For response questions will pop up in the spring predominantly, because that's where we're going to spend a lot more time on it. So we'll deal with that then. Diagnostic, multiple choice tests, more cumulative. These are all second semester stuff. For response practice by topic, this one you could do any time. So certain units have just practice questions you could do for those who are interested in it. You can see not every unit has it because there's not a whole large library of questions. So for those that just want to practice on those topics, you can get it there. Unit for response exams, this will be second semester as well. So getting back to this, as far as your how to figure out what's coming up and what you need to deal with, upcoming events has what the upcoming assignments are. So you can see the first one's Monday, August 21st, Anki submission. So I can click here and then directly go and add my submission here. Or I could do it through the calendar window. If you click this, it'll take you directly to the page you need to submit it. Both of these are useful in helping you track yourself and make sure you don't fall behind or forget something that's due. All you have to do is just look at this when you first open Moodle, and you'll see what's coming up. Anything that has a blue dot, those are assignments are due. Up here also has the list of upcoming events. So both of those are pretty useful. You could go to the whole calendar for it as well, which shows you what's going on. Gravy, nothing going on here. Quantum checklist. So this basically tells you how far you are on a specific topic. This will be adjusted based on the topic you're on. So for Unit 1, you'll see a little greened out line as you get further and further through it. And once you get to the end, then it'll completely fill up, and that means you did everything you need to. The leveling up tells you exactly where you are point-wise, where you need to be. This helps you kind of track yourself relative to where you need to be as far as other students are concerned, and we'll cover this in more detail in class. So these are all the different things and parts you can use inside of Moodle to kind of help you make the most of it. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any other questions or any other concerns about it, you could always post it under questions for Unit 1, because that's when we're going to be dealing with it anyways.